so that they can read it well.
Wetin you use down?
Sorry, I didn't know my mic was off. Can you hear me now? Okay. There's a question already in the screen. Do you think social media helps or harms investigation? I'm asking this because I've had to pause a video I'm supposed to make because this case was ongoing and I didn't want to ruin the investigation. More like if you're making videos and saying stuff that you know about the ongoing trial, ongoing investigation, the case might go sideways. So I've had to pause a video I was supposed to do. And on the other hand, I've also had to see cases where, because of this case went viral, people were talking about it so much, people knew about the case, and that was why that case could not be swept. Seen so many cases like that where because of the case went viral. If the case was not viral, if people were not talking about it so much, that case would have been swept under the carpet. But because of people were talking about it so much, so people had to buy into the case and looked at the case and said, okay, see what this person is saying, or see what this case is viral. We've had so many situations like that. So, and that is why I am asking, do you think in this social media era, in this whole era where everything now is on the camera, do you think now with this whole social media that cases are being properly investigated? Do you think social media helps? I want your comment though. I want to see your comment. Do you think with the whole social media era that um investigations are being carried out properly, do you think it has aided, to use that word, do you think it has helped investigation, or it has kind of watered down investigation, making cases that is supposed to be investigated properly something somehow goes sideways because of that case went viral? Do you think so? So I just want to see your comment. Someone was asking me why I decided to do um someone was asking me why I decided to go into a niche like this. Normally I have noticed that, guys, there is so much injustice going on in the world generally, especially in the country that I come from, Nigeria. There's so much injustice going on, and for some reason, people is beginning to look as if this is like a normal thing for every other person. This is how it is ought to be. But sincerely, this is not how it is ought to be. This is People do not need to go through what people are going through now. And I feel that if with a platform like mine and maybe some other persons, that if people keep talking about this injustice, if people keep talking about the injustice that happens in the world generally, especially in my country, Nigeria, people keeps talking about it. When I mean talking about it, not just talking about it and passing, people that are genuinely concerned and people that doesn't want these things to keep repeating itself. If people keep talking about it, I believe that genuinely that it's going to kind of reduce the way reduce the injustice happening in the world, happening in Nigeria. Now, in as much as we feel that most times these people do things and get away with it somehow, more looking making it look as if the society is covering them, in as much as we want to feel that way sometimes. But sincerely, sometimes these people are scared of whatever atrocities they are doing being known. Do you understand? They are scared. And most times when you talk to these people doing all sorts of atrocities, you notice that they do not want the truth to be heard. They do not want the truth to be heard. And you would think that this person is above the law. This person is looking as if this person is dining and sitting with people that make the rules, make the laws. This person is. I don't think there's anything this person can do. There's no. I don't think there's anything you can do to this person to make this person face justice. But sincerely, if you are to look at it closely, you will notice that most time, these people are also scared of this truth, of the truth being known. You will notice that most times these people are also scared of the truth being known. So if we are not talking about it, if there isn't social media as it is now to kind of amplify, you know, kind of amplify what is happening, I don't know. So many people would go as a scape. That's my own opinion, though. So many people would do so many things and get away with it. That is my opinion. If there isn't this social media, and that is why, like, doing a case, so many cases where I went with my phone. As soon as I brought my camera, the people there started screaming, "We don't want camera." Why do you think they always say we don't want camera? We don't want, because the truth, when there is a camera there are some things that you cannot lie and get away with it because the camera is showing otherwise. The camera is showing otherwise. So because of that, with the whole aid of social media now, I think a whole lot of investigation is being, you just don't come out and start lying. Basically, that's basically what I think. That you just don't come out and start, because if there is proof. I remember back then when some cases, when I read about some cases that happened back then, where they never had media the way they had now, you would notice that the only thing that was missing in this case is just for someone to prove, which is relatively simple to do today. The only thing that is missing in this case is just for someone to prove that, okay, this thing actually happened, and that little thing would have solved the whole case. And you're reading at this case, and you're looking at this thing is not even supposed to be as complicated as this, because in our own era now, in this era that we have now, things like this would have been recorded, things like this would have been videoed, kind of. There would have been pictures. But in those days now, you see them struggling to prove some cases, and you're noticing that those cases, if you have such cases now, like presently now, those cases will not be difficult to prove. Because of course, when things like this is happening, there's always pictures, there are always videos. So now, personally, I think, maybe because I'm a media person, I think social media is helping, is fostering justice. That is what I think. But in the other way around, I would understand why someone would argue against it. I would understand because, like I said, I've had situations where a case is ongoing, and somehow you you a blogger start talking about that case, start spilling out some sensitive things that should not have been spelled out, and somehow you notice that instead of social media to help this case, it is actually harming the case. Because when an investigation is still ongoing, and an investigation that is supposed to be under, on the low, if I'm to use that word, that is supposed to be on still on the low, and someone comes and starts spilling out those sensitive things that were not supposed to be known to even the suspects and whoever. Because what I understand is that when you're trying to when you're trying to prove something, when you did this side, you try to prove something. The person we did that side, they try to cover up the case. It's trying to cover up the lapses. So the point is that when you on this other side that is trying to help this case is coming out now to spill out those sensitive informations that you're not supposed to spill, the person where they try to kind of cover up the case from the that end is taking advantage of those things that you're spilling out. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's taking advantage of the fact that, okay, this thing that this person is saying, the person is using it to his or her own advantage. Because There's something generally that we do not realize. Most times when you're all going and you want to do the you want to do the right thing, there are actually people that survives in doing the wrong thing, whether you want to accept it or not. There are a lot of person that survives with doing the wrong thing. So in this case now, when you're on the good side, something is going on, you have the facts, you have sensitive facts, and you're trying to do the right thing, and somehow you take your camera and you start spilling out sensitive information. That person that is surviving in doing the other thing, you see that that person starts taking advantage of those things you're saying and starts kind of um covering his or her lapses. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sincerely, in as much as we are, my father always says that whatever has positive side has negative side. So what we are going to do now, we are using a yardstick. The amount of damage, what amount of damage has social media done to investigation? What amount of damage? What amount of damage has it? What amount of justice has it done to investigation? It's there's like a line now. We are going to kind of roll that line and ask ourselves this question: what amount of damage, if you're to wait, you have to wait. Do you think do you think social media is helping? But before you answer that question, please and please and please again, there's something I would want you to do. Go and read cases. Go and read cases that happened way back, cases that happened before now, cases that happened in the 60s, in the 70s, even in the 80s. Go and read those cases. And you will notice that if those cases happens now, if some of those cases happens now, that somehow there would be justice. Even if there isn't justice, there will be evidence. Forget what is happening in Nigeria, where an evidence is very glaring, but somehow people are covering it. They know the truth. They're covering it. That's not the case I'm talking about, where an evidence is very glaring, but somehow people are covering it. Forget that case. Forget that one. What I'm talking about is real cases where you know that the only thing that saved this case is the fact that there was a video, there was a picture, and there was evidence, pictorial evidence. Now, I'm not talking about it now. The disadvantage now is this. You see this AI. This AI is another one. Like this one is like a scary one for me. If with the way AI is coming now, I think I don't know. With the way AI is going now, I think in the nearest future, it will be so difficult to prove cases. Please, I don't know, whoever is doing these AI apps, I just feel that they should have a way. They should have a way of checking if a video is an AI video. I'm saying this now for future sake. We should have a way of checking that, okay, is this video an AI video? Is this video a normal video? Whoever those people that are doing the app, they should at least create something to prove, because with the way AI are going, if there's anything that is going to harm investigation, that is going to litter, that is going to spoil investigation, if I'm to use that word, it's going to be AI. It's going to be legitly AI. Because what do I see? You will see somebody, they will take the person as I am like this now, they will take my head, they will take my head and put something else. And whoever sees that picture would assume that it is me doing it. That is how me personally at this stage now, I think to a certain extent I have a way of figuring out if this picture, if this video is actually an AI video or not. But guys, the truth is that these people, they're perfecting it every day. Whatever is that thing that you used to know today, when you go tomorrow, they have perfected it. So I'm saying now that in the nearest future, our problem would be the only thing in the near future, people will not be able to say, okay, this is an AI video, this is not an AI video. People would be, it's not as if I'm against AI, oh, God forbid, I'm not against AI, but in the nearest future, if we are not careful, especially in a country like Nigeria, where some facts will not be ascertained, if we are not careful, you will see someone that did something, the person go legitly deny say no be him do am. You will see it with the person's face and everything. The person will tell you, say, okay, Omo, that is it has already started happening. This one I'm even talking. It has already started happening that you will see something and you see a video comes out. Someone will tell you that I think some weeks back, PDP had one fight that went viral. Everybody was talking about it. And some of the pictures, the videos that came out, those people legitly denied that it was not there. That those one of the governor that was in that video came out and said that video was not him, and that was not true. I don't know if I'm even in the position to say that was not true because of how much this AI is going now. So I think that if there would be a problem, if there is going to be a problem, I think it's going to be the AI for now. Apart from that, I think social media has really helped personally. You can actually counter me on the comment section. I think social media has really helped investigation. I think it has helped because guys, there's a reason why you go when you go to South Korea. I don't know if any of you have ever heard. If you go to South Korea, you're not allowed to start taking pictures anyhow. There's a reason why they do that. I think those ones are still living in the 70s, in the 80s, because there are some things you cannot deny. Like, with the CM, it's clear, it's obvious, we are seeing it. Do you get? There are some things you cannot deny. You definitely cannot deny it. You definitely cannot deny it with the advance of social media. Social media. There are so many things that you cannot do. Now, when we talk about social media now, I think probably we should be looking at not just the YouTube, TikTok, and what have you. I think is that what we are talking about? If that is the case, I think social media has helped generally. That's my own opinion. It has helped. Now you can argue that okay, it has ruined people's images, blah blah blah. It has, we know it has, that one too is, you cannot overlook that one. But there's something I always say that you would use a yardstick. If you're looking at this part, you're looking at this part and you're comparing the two, it's okay. How much harm has this part done? How much harm has this part done? Do you get? You compare the two, like, okay, social media now, it damages people's image and their lives littered everywhere. Like a situation, there's this South African guy, I think this South African guy that stays in Zimbabwe. He was accused of having he was accused of to have slept with his 33 years old teacher. Now, I think that case now is more like a case study. Now, that boy has come out to say that video was not him. Person in that video is not him. But now, with the events of social media, how that boy, his image is almost littered. Even he has come out to say, okay, that person not be me, or not be me, or not be. But the truth still remains that his image is almost littered because everybody, it will take the rate in which, generally, the rate in which bad news, the rate in which bad news litters, bad things, bad things, you're doing something bad, the way the way it flies, you cannot compare it with when you're doing something nice, when you're doing something good. That is just the way the world is generally all over the world when you're doing bad things. So it is easy for social media to for people to tarnish. It is easier for people to tarnish your image using social media platform as compared to people saying nice things about you. Why do I say that? For instance, now, um, probably I am one famous person, and somehow have been going around doing good. Maybe let's assume I'm a musician, and I'm going around doing good. People knows me. People knows that, but people do not know how much good I have done. People do not know my philanthropic work. People do not know about all of that. I've been helping people around. But wait till I do one bad thing. Just wait. Just chill and wait till probably I do one bad thing. Hi Snowy, how are you doing? Hello, Snowy, how are you doing? So just wait till I do one bad thing. You're doing good. Okay. Are you seeing the question on the screen? Snowy, are you seeing the question on the screen? So just wait till I do one. Okay, okay, you're not seeing it. Okay, let me read it out. Why am you not seeing it? Does social media help or harm invest? How old are you? Let me know. Snowy, how old are you, please? So, like I said now, wait till I do one. You're 11. Oh, how is 11 years old in my life? You're 11. You shouldn't be in my life. Oh. Are you serious? Hello, and Diva Prasanam. How do I help you? Diva, how do I help you? How do I help you? So, like I was saying, wait till I do one bat. I'm waiting for you, Diva. You said I should help you. Help me, sis, ma. How do I help you? Snowy, you're 11. You shouldn't even be in my life, oh, sincerely. Aren't you too young? So, like I said, now wait till I do one very terrible thing. And where do you? Please, can you type in English? Where do you what? Diva Prasanam. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. Where do you from? Okay, I'm from Nigeria. Diva, I'm from Nigeria. Where are you from? Diva, where are you from? And how old are you? I think I should be asking now because I don't know. This life is not for. Diva, where are you from? Where are you from? Please, this life is not for. It's not for 11 years. Oh. I'm just tired. I don't know how. It's not supposed to be for kids. This life is not supposed to because what we are discussing is not what children can really comprehend. I don't know why an 11 years will be on this life. Diva Prazanam, how old are you? How old are you? So, like I said now, if a celebrity does something, no matter how much good that celebrity has been doing, no matter how much good that celebrity has been doing, you'll notice that once that celebrity does, who is this? Your backside. What do you mean your backside? What do you mean by my backside? Please, if you are underage, you're not supposed to be on my life. Oh. Please. If you're underage, please, you're not supposed to be on my life. So, like I was saying now, if a celebrity does something and the person, no matter how good and nice the person was brought to when he did that thing that he did, my back screen. What happens to my back screen? What happens to my back screen? Do you want to read what is there? No matter how good or nice that celebrity is, when once he does that thing, you'll notice that it is that bad thing that flies, that comes everywhere. People keep talking about it. But the truth is that if that person did good when the person was doing good, nobody talked about it. Nobody, all the bloggers didn't carry it. But once that it's, I think it's just the way human nature is all over the world. I'm not just talking about Nigeria now, all over the world. It's just the way human nature is. So because of that, when you find out that social media it's being used negatively, I think it is on this contest. This content where it tarnishes, you can use it, you can easily use it to tarnish people's name. Okay, I should explain what is on my this thing. How old are you, first of all, please? How old are you? Diva Prazomnam. How old are you? How old are you? Okay, you're 36. Okay, better. I'm actually okay. Thank you. I thought you were young because I've noticed that kids always come to life. Even when I've already clicked that this life is not for kids. Somehow I don't know how they do it, but somehow they come. So normally the life is basically for you to comment. You that is watching me is basically for you to comment. Does social media help or harm investigation? Does social media let me click it well? Does social media help? Does it help or harm investigation? Have you had Diva? Have you had to be in a situation where you're under an investigation, or probably your loved one is under an investigation? Yes, yes. Have you ever had to be in a situation where probably you're under an investigation, or probably your loved one, or maybe vice versa, your family was having an investigation and somehow the investigation got to the social media, or somehow you guys were scared that okay, we don't want people to know about these things yet though. Why wouldn't you want people to know about it? That is just basically what I'm talking about. It. Do you understand now? Diva, do you understand now? Do you understand? Oh, no. The truth is that I'm not supposed to be the one talking. You're supposed to write to be answering me on the comment section. You're supposed to be, this thing, dialoguing, if anything, in the comment section. Mm, oh, okay. You have a financial problem. Okay, really? I think we all do. What financial problem do you have? You're in need of money? Do you not work? Do you not work? Do you work? Where are you watching from, by the way? Diva, where are you watching from? Hmm? Where are you watching from? You have a financial problem, so I should help you. Okay. Where are you watching from, and what do you do for work? What do you do for work? So hey guys, you're still here. So like I was saying, personally, I've been on social media space for not so long. So but from what I've been seeing, I think this thing has been of help. That I think it has been of help as compared to when there was no social media, when there was no you should know that you cannot talk about social media without talking about phones, cameras. Those eras where they didn't have social media, those were the same eras where they didn't have the mobile phone as they have now. I'm talking about from the country I am now in Nigeria. Now, those areas where there was no social media was when the technology they had then, they didn't have it. Technology they have now, rather, they didn't have it back then. So, if you're talking about social media generally, I think you cannot talk about social media. You cannot talk about social media without talking about the technology that we have now. You cannot talk about it. So now, if someone is asking, has the social media been of help? Has it helped or harm investigation? Personally, I would say it has helped investigation. Will it continue helping in the nearest future? That is what I don't know. Because with the era of this AI now, I don't know. Even me too, I'm scared of AI the way it is going now. I'm not saying AI is bad though, at least for now. I'm not saying anything, but with the way it's going in the nearest future, is it going to complicate issues for us? Yes, I think so. It is going to. If we do not envision this thing and start working towards it, like if we don't look at it and say, okay, this thing might end up causing problem for us. Do you get? If we don't look at it from that angle now, if whoever is making these AI apps, if they're not looking at it from this angle that more AIs might be a problem in the nearest future. If they're not working towards tackling it now, yes, I think that is where we are going to have a problem. Because what you see, what I see now, what I see people doing now with AI, it's scary. Like it's scary. Apart from that, I think social media has pretty been good. It has been nice. And if anything, it has helped investigate. So nobody is ready to counter me on the comment section. I was hoping someone would counter me on the comment section. Nobody's ready to counter me on the comment section. Okay. Uh, what do you mean by some net issues? I don't understand what you're talking about, Diva. Are you asking me for money? Is that what you're doing? Are you asking me for money? Hmm? A 38 years old guy, you're asking me for money. Is that what you're doing? Let me understand what you're saying. You have issues, so are you asking me for money? No, I'm asking you. It's not okay. I'm asking you. Like, are you asking me to give you money? Are you asking me for money? Spill it out now. Let me hear. Because you said I'm in a financial problem, ma. Does that mean you're asking me for money? Let me know. You said okay. Are you asking me for money? Let me know. Are you asking me for money? What is the problem? What financial problem are you in? What do you mean you're in a financial problem? Are you owing someone or something? Are you owing someone? Okay, you said no. Okay, better. I thought you were asking me for money. I mean, I broke past you. They beg me money. I beg me a day and now see me. I broke past you. So if you're asking me for money, you had better rethink because I broke. I don't even find will give me that is very broke. You're coming to beg me for money. Can imagine. I'm even looking for who will give me as I am like this now. Trying to look at any proof. Okay, you need loan. Hey, wait. You need me to loan you. Okay, you needed me to loan you, but I should not bother. You needed me to loan you money, but now you're telling me now that I should not bother. But you don't know me now. Why would you want me to loan you money? I don't know people around that you know physically. Why are you begging me that you do not know? This is the first time I'm seeing you. Don't even This is the first time you're coming to my life. I've never seen you in my life before. I don't think you've subscribed to my YouTube. I don't think you've done all of that. So why are you begging me money? Why do you think I can be of help? Why do you think I can be of help? Because you don't know me. You want me to loan you. What you know what loan is? Loan is that I will give you, then you return the money back. I should just send you money so that you return the money back. Why are you asking me? You don't know me. I don't know you too. Or do you know me? Probably I'm mistaken. Do you know me? Hmm? Sincerely, if you need peace of mind, I don't think it's in social media you get it though. There are people around you. You know people now. There are people around you for some reason. There are people around you. So I don't even have money to give. Me too, I'm broke. Okay, you don't know. I'm very broke. Very, very broke. But I'm even looking for someone to give me. Trying to look at your profile. What do you do? Diva Prasanna. What do you do and where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Hmm? Oh my. Saminado. Where is that? Where is that? Saminado. Diva. Where is that? Diva. Where is that? Saminado. What country is that? What country is that? What country is that? What country is that? You. I asked you where are you from. You said Saminado, right? What country is that? What country is that? Mm, mm. India. Okay. You're from India. What do you do for work? What do you do for work? You're 38 now, so you should be working. What do you do for work? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? Tailor. You're a tailor. What's a tailor? Did you say what's a tailor? What's a tailor? Hmm? What's a tailor? Dun, 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 dun. But you know, coming to social media to beg money it's not sustainable. You know that, right? You know that. Okay, you're a tailor. You're a tailor. Okay, you make dresses. Okay, then you have a job now. You have you make. I've seen that you make dresses, but you that means you have a job and you have a very good job at that. You have a very good job. So why are you coming to beg when you have a job now? Are you not making money from what you're doing? Are you not making money from it? Are you not making money from it? Are you not making money from making dresses? I'm sure you make beautiful dresses. Are you not making money from it? Hmm? So I remember the last time I was having an investigation go on, and then they told me not to post the video online till they concluded the investigation. Initially, when they told me that, I was like, why? It's not like I'm dishing out sensitive comments. I've noticed that generally, you see police, you see enforcers generally, they do not like social media. They do not like social media, and I don't know why. Initially, I would want to think that okay, because probably you know the way people do stuff is not regulated per se. The way people just comes up and say stuff. You say you are a low income monthly 300,000 only in. At least you have a job now. Diva, at least you have a job. You have a job now. At least you do have a job. $300. How $300? How much is 300,000? How much is that in dollar? 300,000. How much if you convert it to the dollar rate? How much is it? I'm in the village agriculture. Agriculture is good. But you're streaming now. How do you afford to stream? How do you afford to come to how did you have now afford to come to my life now? If it's that bad. How much is 300,000 in dollar? How much if you convert it to a dollar rate? How much will it be? Let me have an idea of how much you earn monthly. Okay, you've not answered my question though. All right, good night if you really want to go. I just wanted to know how much is it? All right, bye. Bye bye. To have a nice day. Guys, where are you chat? Where are you watching from? 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 Yes, you guys looking at me now. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Yep, yeah. Yes, you. Where are you watching from? Oh boy. Where are you chatting? Where are you watching from, rather? Where are you watching from? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Where are you watching from? Hmm? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Hmm?